Good morning. Hope you all are well. So today we are going to start our economics chapter 1, the story of village Palanpur. In this chapter we are going to cover the topic through overview we will proceed. Second is introduction, then organization of production, farming in Palanpur, and last topic is non-farm activities in Palanpur. So, the purpose of the story is to introduce some basic concept relating to production, and this we do through a story of hypothetical village called Palanpur. Hypothetical means what? Imaginary village. It is not in real a village is situated anywhere else, so you don't search on map. This is an imaginary village. So hope you will enjoy this chapter as a story. As you know that production is of two types. That is the agriculture production and the industrial production, right? So that our India's 70 to 75% population is dependent on the primary sector, that is the agriculture sector. And production is the key to a country's economic development. Production plays a very important role in raising the national income of a country. Palampur is well connected with neighboring villages and towns. Raigarh, a big village, is 3 kilometers from Palampur, and all weather routes connect the village to Raigarh and further on to the nearest small towns of Shahpur. Weather road means what? Pakka road. These all Pakka road connect this village to Raigarh and Shahpur. The story of Palampur is imaginary village that will allow us to know about farming activities in detail in this chapter. There are two parts of the activity, that is the farm activities and non-farm activities. Farming is the main activity in Palampur, whereas several other activities such as small scale manufacturing, dairy, transport, etc. are carried out on a limited scale. These production activities need various types of resources, that is natural resources, man-made resources, and human efforts, money, etc. Now, in this slide, we will see that which type of facilities are available in the Palampur. It is well connected with neighboring village and town. Already I told you that Raigarh and Shahpur. The Raigarh is 3 kilometers far away from the Palampur, and it is connected with the weather road, means Pakka roads. These villages about 450 families belonging to different caste. So different caste families are situated over there. 450 altogether families are there in this village. 80%, 80 upper caste villages own the majority land in the village. They are having their own land. Their houses are large, big houses are there and made up of bricks with cement plastering, means pakka houses are there. The SCs comprises 1/3 of the population and live in corner of village in small houses of mud and straw. So they are having kacha houses, poor people are there. SCs comprise 1/3 poor people are living in this village, and they are having very small houses which is made up of mud and straw, means kacha houses are there. Most of the houses have electric connection, means electricity supply is proper there. It has two primary schools and one high school also there, means education facilities also there. That is two primary school is there and one big high school is there. There is a primary health centers run by government. So government that run there one hospital along with one private hospital dispensary also available there. Palampur has fairly well developed system of roads, transport, irrigation, electricity, school and health center. So all these facilities are there in Palampur, like well connected roads are there, then transport facilities also proper, irrigation facilities there, farmers are updated, they know how to irrigate their field, proper electricity supply also there, and schools and health sector also available there. Already we have discussed this, Palampur is connected with the Raiganj and Shahpur with the Pakka road. Now, next topic is organization of production. As you know that production helps in country's economic development, and in production we need first and foremost requirement is land. Second requirement is labor, and the third requirement is physical capital, and this physical capital is divided in fixed capital, working capital and human capital. Now in next slide we will discuss all these requirements detail. So first see land. So the land plays a very important role. The first requirement is land, and other natural, along with the land, other natural resources also required, such as water, forest, minerals. Next, in this categories, the next requirement, very important requirement is labor. So, both the labor we require skilled and unskilled labor. So, some activities require fully qualified workers and highly educated workers to perform necessary tasks. So, in some tasks, we need fully qualified means full skilled labor. So, they perform properly that task. Some activities require only workers who have physical capacity, means manual work. Only if we finish manual work, we require unskilled labor. So they perform well, they complete their physical, with their physical capacity, they complete their work. But in every activity, labor plays a very vital role, very important role in the process of production. Now, physical capital in this first is fixed capital. From the name fixed, you know that tools and machines range from a very simple tool such as farmer's plow to sophisticated machines is called fixed capital. Now, such as buildings, machinery, tools, which producer fixed in his that production place to process the manufacturing activity. So, the item which is already fixed by the producer is known as the fixed capital, like generators, turbines, computers, buildings, machineries, tools. All these items are known as fixed capital. Now, physical capital in this second is working capital. Production requires variety of raw materials like yarn used by the weavers and clay used by the potter. So, also money is also required in production to make payment and buy other materials. So, money plays also very important role in purchasing raw material and giving wages to the laborers. Raw material and money in hand is called working capital. So, it is not fixed. So, this type of capital is known as working capital. Now, next in this category is human capital. Human capital need knowledge and enterprise to be able to put together land, labor and physical capital and produce an output. As you know, among all the resources, human resources is the most important resource. Without this human resource, there is no meaning of other resources. So, human is there who put together all other types of resources in the process of production and complete the output. So, human resources plays a very important role in the process of manufacturing goods. So, children, today this much is enough. In our next slide, we will discuss, in our next video, we will discuss the left out topic of our chapter. Till that, bye bye. Have a nice day. Take care.